What's going on, Leo? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having the most greatest month so far. I know it's that time, Leo. It's actually kind of snuck up on me there, Leo. But for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just the greatest, Leo, and it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy Harrison has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. And let me tell you why I'm so pumped, Leo, because it is Celestial News Monthly. Literally. I mean, I say this every time. It's my favorite time of the month here, Leo. But before I jump into that, Leo, just a reminder, I am open for personal readings. If you want to book one, Leo, all that information, I have links for them down in the description box below. And remember that scammers are about, and I will never reach out to you for a personal reading there, Leo. So just something to keep in mind there. But with this, yeah, I think that's good. Okay, I'm getting a little bit better with the flow of the script there, Leo. But with this monthly spread, whenever the sun gets ready to enter a new sign, or when it enters a new sign, I'm going to talk about where the planets are at and how we can work with the energies. And just so y'all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force a reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said there, Leo, let's jump into it. And I feel this is really an exciting place for you, for your ruler to be in, Leo. But first thing, your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. There's great energy all around here, Leo. Now, I have Zodiac cards here, Oracle cards, with the signs that the sun and the planets are in. I'm going to pull an oracle card from this deck for each one of them, and then we'll get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, Leo, these readings that I do, they're not gender-specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I'd like watching there, Leo, so definitely check them out. Actually, quite a few of them have some Leo in their chart. You know, I got like a whole bunch of Leo. There's one, Jamie, she's fantastic, really supportive. She has a Leo rising, and oh, hold on, Leo, we got jets flying over. It's fine. We're soaring high, Leo. That's what that sign means. But yeah, then there's actually another one that has a Leo moon. Just all this Leo energy for you here. There are some links, or there's a link for an astrologer that I like watching as well there, Leo. Some links for some podcasts, and also links for some apps that I like working with. You know, consider we're going to be in collaboration here soon there, Leo. Get some tools in your tool belt. I'm with it. But before we get into this energy here, Leo, I do want to kind of highlight some aspects that are going to be planetary aspects that are going to be going on in the cosmos there that I felt kind of important to highlight. So one of them, and depending on where your Leo placements are at, you may feel this a little more potently there. But you have Chiron that's going to be conjunct the North Node in Aries on the 19th of February at about 16 degrees. It's actually very close to my Jupiter placement in Leo. But in that energy, well, we'll be talking about that in a little bit, because that might be very beneficial for you there, Leo, and it could be, things can move a lot faster for you because that is forming a trine with your sign. But the North Node conjunct Chiron in Aries speaks to a profound journey of healing and growth through addressing like any sort of deep-seated wounds related to identity. They all things kind of Aries: identity, assertiveness, and the self, because Aries is associated with the first house, and Chiron is that deep wound that we never truly heal, but we learn to tend to, and from that really great spiritual growth and power is kind of unlocked from you there, Leo. And it's about embracing one individuality, overcoming fears of self-expression, which I feel like is very important for you. Yours is a sign of that self-expression. You know, you're meant to shine bright, Leo, in whatever capacity that looks like. And this is using one's personal journey as a means to guide and heal others as well. Because I feel that is something that Leo energy does do very well. I feel like when you remind people to enjoy enjoy what they're doing. You bring this light and this energy, that this charisma, this optimism. And I feel like when you are working on yourself, you know, you feel like it's a great example, or a great way for you to lead by example there and really kind of usher in. I feel like that's why, you know, the fire signs in particular get looked at as such great leaders, because they have that energy, that passion, that drive. And so utilize that to your potential there, Leo. There can be a lot of potential, really rapid growth for you here. But also this other one's gonna be a pretty wild one, because your ruler, the Sun, Mercury, and Saturn are all going to be conjunct in Pisces on February 28th at 9 degrees of Pisces, and that's gonna be kind of wild there, Leo, because this, how I'm kind of feeling this energy is like it kind of represents like a powerful time for deep introspection. You know, Pisces, we're getting that Piscean energy now, getting to that nebulous. And Pisces is a very introspective sign connected to source and the divine. And but this can lead powerful time for deep introspection, spiritual growth, and really serious reflection on one's life path and purpose. And I feel like that kind of adds nicely here, since we just had that conjunction energy will be going on for a little while there, Leo. And so it's also an opportunity to align one identity, the thoughts and communications, and your long-term goals and structures with those kind of Piscean themes of compassion, creativity, and spiritual understanding. So all that to say, it's very a period for really disciplined creativity and a serious reflection on emotional and intuitive insights, paying attention to those downloads, because again, your ruler is in this Piscean energy now. You're really going to feel just extra intuitive there, Leo. So but it offers the potential for a significant personal and collective shift towards understanding, compassion, and practical realization of any sort of spiritual ideas or downloads that you do get from source there, Leo. So really work with these aspects. It's going to be fantastic energies. February is going to be pretty lit. But let's go ahead and get into this energy. Let's start with your ruler, because the Sun is going to be entering Pisces on the 18th of February, and that'll be at about 11:13 p.m. Eastern Time, and will be there through the 19th of March. And Pisces marks the end of the astrological year. You know, this is a period that, they're the last sign of the Zodiac. And this period is ideal for reflection on the past year. And I know we kind of do things by the calendar year, but you know, really kind of tuning in, you know, when you really tune into how that natural flow, I'm trying to say that again, the zodiacal wheel works, it really is kind of fascinating, and how that energy syncs up well. But yeah, reflection on this past zodiac year in preparations for the new cycle that's going to begin with Aries. And this transit is often seen as a time of healing and release. It's an opportunity to really kind of let go any sort of like past hurts, to learn to get into this energy of forgiveness, and to really kind of find closure on some things that may have happened over this last zodiacal season there, zodiacal year there, Leo. And this is a time when the collective focus kind of turns towards emotional depth, spirituality, and introspection. Intuition is heightened there, but one of the challenges is the temptation towards escapism there, Leo, because that's one thing with Pisces. When things tend to get a little difficult, they just kind of want to shrink away and run, you know. And it's just because they have such a idealized version of how the world could be. And you know, it can be, because listen, I got some 12th house stuff, so I get that. So you just want to be mindful of any sort of like escapist tendencies and things like that there, Leo. And then you have Mercury that's going to be entering on the 5th of February, and will be there through the 9th of March, and will enter there at about 2:29 a.m. And this will I like when Mercury's in water signs, because this really enhances intuitive and creative thinking. So again, Leo, very, very creative energy for you, because you Pisces, Libra, some of my like Taurus. Who else? I throw another one in there. Maybe, but at least you all are in my top 5 as far as like really just natural creatives there. But you in particular, being associated with the house of creativity, so really utilize this energy to the fullest there. And just, you know, do some painting, some music, maybe building some things, some crafting, some cooking, whatever that's looking like. But the mind becomes more imaginative and dreamy under this influence. And this can be an excellent for creative endeavors, but challenging for tasks that kind of require more strict logic and precision there, Leo. So something to keep in mind of. But this is a period when the boundary between like the conscious and the conscious mind become a little more porous, so you really can again connect with source on a deeper level, and take some time, you know, for introspection and understanding your deeper psychological patterns there, Leo, because a lot of these things, a lot of unconscious things could be brought up to the forefront for you there, and energies for you to heal. So yeah, definitely work with these energies. And then the last one, I really like this one because Venus, the Empress, is going to be entering into Pisces on the 11th of March at about 5:50 p.m. And then she'll be there through the 5th of April. And with this, relationships may take on a more compassionate and tender quality there, Leo, with the focus on spiritual and emotional connections. This is very lovely because, too, the the Empress, she is exalted in Pisces, so you know, after Taurus and Libra, she feels really just right at home in that Piscean energy, because they are that universal love. And also, again, creativity is heightened, particularly in areas that merge art with emotion and spirituality. So this could be a great time to even do some healing emotional work through your art there, Leo. A lot of profound healing energy that's going on here. But there may be something to also be mindful of, though, that there may be a willingness to sacrifice or put others' needs before our own in relationships. So we just want to be aware of that, Leo, when we're getting into this energy there. And also, we're not done. We got a whole party. Like, and I just kind of realized that, like, Pisces is really going down. Like, you also have Saturn that is in Pisces. And Saturn will be in Pisces until the 24th of May 2025. And he'll retrograde back into Pisces for a little bit. There's going to be a lot of back and forth between Saturn and Neptune. But with Saturn and Pisces, this can bring about a more kind of disciplined approach to spirituality, where mystical and intangible experiences are integrated into our daily life with more kind of purpose and responsibility. It's taking that nebulous energy of Pisces and giving it structure, because they're almost very contradictory of each other. But you know, even Saturn, he don't care. He's like, let's make these dreams manifest. But it may highlight too where we need to establish healthier emotional boundaries and habits there, Leo, and can teach us the importance of shielding yourself from negative energies and emotional overwhelm. So Pisces is a very sensitive energy, but sensitive doesn't mean weak. You know, when you understand yourself and get that level of emotional wisdom, then you can get out of this reactive energy, because when these emotions are coming up, they're letting you know that something is needing your attention. And we may not be able to control outside influences there, Leo, but we can control how we react to these internal things. But we need to meet ourselves on this deep level in order to do so. So yeah, be very mindful of in protecting your energies during this time, always, but especially during this time with you being under this sort of susceptible energy, or more impressionable energy of Pisces. And it's a time for productive, I know you're probably going to get tired of me saying creativity, but it's a productive time for creativity, where disciplined efforts can lead to significant achievements in your artistic endeavors. So if you've been wanting to take that piano class, start that guitar lesson, do some art classes, maybe even do some creative writing, whatever that's looking like for you. Start up that book. Absolutely there, Leo. Let's get it done. And then last energy here. I know we're about powering through there, Leo. But the last one here, you have Neptune in Pisces. And Neptune's going to be in Pisces until the 30th of March 2025. And granted, she'll be doing a little retrograde dance too around that time. She'll re-enter Pisces, I want to say at least one more time during that period. But Neptune is the modern ruler of Pisces, along with Jupiter. And she's been in Pisces since 2011, and this has been a very powerful time for spirituality. You've noticed that the conversation has definitely shifted since that time, but people may feel a stronger connection to the divine, the universe, or their personal spiritual paths there, Leo. And on a collective level, this transit can signal the rise of global movements that emphasize unity, compassion, healing, as well as the potential for any sort of like disillusionment with with like existing structures or belief. Really great time for us to kind of band together and do some collective healing, kind of close off some of these. Oh, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. But this offers opportunity for deep soul level healing there, Leo, both individually and collectively, allowing ourselves redemption from any sort of past wound and making up for any kind of karmic debts, because the energies are really kind of out of balance right now, Leo. But this is a time, there is a very palpable shift with where these energies are going here. So this is something I feel like to really kind of challenge yourself a little bit. In what ways have we been complacent in perpetuating the problem? In what ways can we step up going forward there, Leo? Whew, that was a whole mouthful there. I tell you, Pisces is bringing it. But, oh, and how lovely. And I like this too, magician energy coming through here with this first card. But you have the mindfulness card here, Leo, which is a card of peaceful presence and quiet mind. And I do feel that this energy, Leo, this is a really kind of, again, a very peaceful time to kind of go within and not necessarily, I feel like when it's saying like quiet the mind, I feel like it's limiting, the exposure from any sort of like outside things. Find yourself a peaceful place to just be. Do some meditation and do some writing, do some singing, do some art, something to just sort of, what's that thing that helps you kind of get into the moment, I feel like. And I also feel too, with this mindfulness, it's just like, how are we taking, again, especially with you, Leo, how are we taking these amazing innate gifts that you do have, and how are we presenting them in the present? How are we living to our fullest there? And because this, I feel like with where the world's kind of at right now, there's so much stimulation that's going on, and we've gotten so pulled away from ourselves that we have troubles. They can be kind of tough there sitting with ourselves. But I feel like that's kind of where the Saturn and Pisces is coming in, getting more of these sort of like spiritual practices into your day-to-day routine. And this doesn't just mean like sitting cross-legged on your cushion there, sitting in quiet meditation. Again, meditation can be getting out in the garden. This could be, again, maybe cooking, possibly. This could even be doing some rearranging around your house, just being really just more mindful with how we're going about our days. How can we bring a little more peace, a little more zen, a little more let me get some tarot on this, Leo, and get some details with this. Oh, there's your ruler. I love it. All right, Leo. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, and my girl. Ooh, look at all this spiritual energy coming through here. Your higher self is communicating. So you have the Ten of Wands, your ruler, the Sun, the Empress, the the Temperance card, and the King of Pentacles here, Leo. And let's talk about the Temperance card, because I do feel like there is this energy of needing to bring a little more balance in your world here, Leo. Again, doing some being present and just like kind of analyzing. Have you been maybe a little stressed out over here, like, and because I feel like too. So I was just thinking about what stress is a necessary thing for us to have, but it's just like when we're cranked so overboard, feeling like we have to do all the things all of the time, that can just wear the energies out there, Leo. And now I feel like it's just like seeing where we may be kind of going overboard there, and just kind of lightening our load a little bit, getting to this place of, instead of like being at these extremes where we're like working hard and playing hard, let's work smart and play smart and bring a little more beauty, a little more creativity, kind of nurture yourself there, Leo, with the Empress being here, Venus, getting into this sort of creative energy. And both, we were talking about that, both Venus and the Sun are going to be in Pisces. And so, yes, I feel like, and this is too, I feel like with the King of Pentacles here, and I love when the King of Pentacles and the Empress are out, because I feel like this is you really kind of creating your abundance. Both of them are very crafty. The Empress, one, she rules over Taurus, and Taurus is the builders. Taurus is one that assigned that you can't rush. They appreciate the beauty around them. They enjoy. I feel like it's taking some more time to enjoy the kind of sensual things and not getting into this place of where we're overindulging, because that's what I feel like happens when we're so worked overboard. Again, we tend to go to the other extreme, and then we just like kind of burn ourselves out on that. And even then, like, have you ever been in that place where you've taken some time off, and then when you get off you need a vacation from your vacation? So I feel like this energy is you're just getting more of doing things that make you happy there, Leo. Look at that. Look at this little owl. Look at how joyful he's feeling. And yeah, just getting in this more sort of like building your abundance. Just I feel like just kind of it's almost, I feel like it's like, and even the Empress ruling over, I'm thinking about Libra as well. Again, just bringing more beauty into your world, more fun, more joy. And who knows there, Leo, you may get an insight where, because the King of Pentacles, that's a very great businessman. Maybe you can take some of these creative endeavors that you're doing, make a little side money, make a little side income there. Who knows what that may look like? But yeah, I do feel like that this Pisces season is you really kind of figuring out, kind of re-evaluating how you've been flowing with the energies, how we've been maybe kind of tugged in different types of directions there. And again, seeking more, just managing these energies a little bit more, me being more mindful of how we may be spreading ourselves too thin, making more times for quiet, more peace, maybe even disconnecting from technology a little bit sometimes, and just like being more present in the world there, Leo, getting outside, as that makes sense, because again, the Empress is appreciative of those sort of sensory or sensorial type of sensorial, is that a word? We're gonna go with sensory just in case. But I'm with that, Leo. That is a lovely start. All right, now let's talk about Aries, which is going to be a quick one, because I was like, man, I hadn't even realized how much like Pisces is really throwing down. They have like a whole, just like, man, they're just birthday bash. But Mercury. Mercury's going to be a little busy during Pisces season, because Mercury is going to be moving from Pisces into Aries on the 9th of March, and that'll be around 11:03 p.m. And then we'll be there. Mercury's going to be a long time in Aries, because Mars will be there. Excuse me, Mercury will be there to the 15th of March. Excuse me, no, of so yeah, a real long time. No, the 15th of May, because Mercury is going to be going retrograde, but that won't be till April. We'll talk about that during Aries season, so we still got a little bit more time there, Leo. But when Mercury does enter into Aries, this really fosters a more direct, assertive, and straightforward way of communicating. And this transit speeds up the mental process a little bit, because Aries is the type, I feel like, and I feel like I really love Aries energy, because I have Mars in the first house, so I like that sort of like quick, let's get to it. And I have a Gemini moon on top of that, so like let's get to it like real fast. Like I remember talking with someone, they have a lot of Capricorn in their chart, and they were trying to think some things out, and I was just like, faster. But people are likely to express their ideas with passion, like with more passion and conviction there, Leo. And this is favorable for generating innovative ideas and pioneering new ways of thinking. And it may bring some challenges in dealing with kind of detailed or more kind of prolonged mental tasks there. So we want to just be a little bit mindful, just like how I was saying, like, let's just go. We just want to be a little mindful of that there, Leo. And the lovely thing about this too, depending on where your Leo placements are at, this is going to be forming a trine with your sign, just like I was talking about that aspect with Chiron and the North Node. And I feel like this can be where you're really kind of thinking about the things that bring you joy there, Leo. Because again, yours is a sign of, very romantic energy, very loving energy, very creative energy. So this can be the time when you're just like, you know what? Like thinking about the Empress. It's just like, am I doing the things that I love? Am I like, why am I feeling so burnt out all of the time? You know what? Let's shift that. Let's go ahead and start doing this, and you'll feel a little more. Because I love when there's a reader, the autistic mystic, down in the links, and I'll get these downloads. I actually just watched him not too long ago, and when there's something about Aries energy that's just like, it's that prod that just like spurs you into action, and I love when that happens. And I feel like that's where your mind can be just like, you know what, yeah, I'm tired of this, I'm gonna start doing this, I'm gonna make some more time for me, so I feel like this can be where, and things could, like, you could really start seeing how, like, noticing how big of a difference that makes in your world there, Leo. So yeah, I feel like just something to think about with this Mercury energy here. But let's go ahead and get an oracle on this, Leo. And that's interesting too. I was talking about that magician energy with that mindfulness card. That is Mercury energy. Mercury's the magician. So now you can take this energy and again establish more peace in your mind. And I just feel like you'd be surprised how fast things will change for you there. You start moving with, it's like, why was I doing these things beforehand? Just really kind of questioning things a little bit differently there, Leo. But oh, I love that, Leo. Thank you, guys. So you have Archangel Haniel here. And that's interesting because this is the 15th card, which is the devil energy. But this is a card of joy, blessings, and intuition. And again, you're in a very intuitive energy with your ruler being in Pisces right now. And I feel this is, again, we were just talking about this, a time literally to bring yourself more joy, blessings, and listen to what your intuition is telling you. The Empress being, ruling over Taurus. Again, I'm kind of going back to this Taurus energy because it's like, it's listening to, I feel like tuning into your body as well, since we were just talking about that burnout with the 10 of Wands. And it's just like, I feel when we're operating from this place of more joy and more happiness, this could even bring more inspiration to your work there, Leo, because now we have the energies to do our best work, as opposed to feeling like we always have to meet these deadlines, always have to do this. There's always something that needs to be done. But it's like, when do we have time for us there, Leo? And I bring up that devil energy because that's Capricorn, or at least the devil's Capricorn's card. And Capricorn in a low expression can work themselves to the ground. And there is a need to find that balance, because what's the point of trying to do all this work if you're just feeling just spent all the time? You're getting off and you're just like, oh, and I just feel like then this brings in more abundance. We start and not just like, I feel like in just like in things, but it's just like we just begin to enjoy life a lot more and really kind of see the beauty and the blessings that this world does have to offer us there, Leo. I like this. This is your energy all over. I'm with it. But let's get some tarot on this. There's Cap's ruler. Alright, Leo. Thank you, guys. So let's see what's going on here. Beautiful, Leo. Interesting. Okay. So you have the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Swords, the Ten of Cups, the Tower here, Mars, and then the World, Saturn here, Leo. And I feel with this, that's very interesting with the Nine of Swords because I feel for some, maybe there is this fear or this anxiety around making more time for this stuff. And because I almost feel for some, it's like, and that's just if we're thinking about, because the King of Pentacles can be that kind of entrepreneurial type of energy, and maybe for some we've wanting to, there's been this wish with the Ten of Cups that we've been wanting to pursue for a while. Maybe you've been wanting to make videos, for example, about how to do this creative process. Maybe you want to be like, what's his name, like Bob Ross or something like that. Leo, I'm with it. I love Bob Ross. Let's raise my vibration to the roof there, Leo. Do that. But whatever it is that you're doing, maybe you've wanted to write that book. Maybe you've wanted to go out and do, maybe you want to do some comedy. That's even popping in my head. And you're a real fun sign there, Leo. But I just feel with this, it's like maybe for some we're afraid of what that change may look like because we may have trouble. It's like we've been geared towards just kind of living to work as opposed to living our dreams as well, pursuing these gifts. And I feel like Leo energy is one that is meant to enjoy, bring, just remind people to get into that fun energy, that things just don't always have to be so serious even though there are times where we're going to need to do work, of course. I'm not saying that we're just sort of just like, just it's all going to be just sunshine and rainbows and things, but I feel you are the ones that can take those creative pursuits and show that you can find joy in work. You could even shift, I'm with that, Leo. You could even potentially, I feel like enough Leos start doing this, shift the perspective of the world. Because, when we think about work, we think instantly there's like almost this aversion where it's just like, ugh, I don't want to do that. But, they say when you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. Even when you're doing the actual work, you're getting in that flow. You're loving what you're doing. And I feel that I love that the Queen of Swords is just surrounded by all these butterflies here because I feel like we're seeing things more clearly. It's just like we're going to see, it's like you going through this metamorphosis and understanding that things can be different. We don't have to just go with this specific paradigm of just like you have to get this job, like how we've been sort of, it's almost like this reprogramming I'm kind of feeling there, Leo. And this is something that's happening collectively. We're moving out of that sort of authoritarian, materialistic kind of negative expressions of maybe that have made manifested from Pluto and Capricorn, and now we're getting to the state of freedom with Pluto being in Aquarius. And there's going to be this kind of tug of war there, Leo. I feel, especially if you're like, I'm just thinking it's going to be hitting your Leo placements, but we'll actually talk about that next. But yeah, I feel like for some, it's just like we're realizing that maybe how we've been going up until now, this clarity with the Queen of Swords is just like that. This isn't sustainable. I'm not enjoying myself. I'm not seeing this. It's hard to appreciate the abundance because we're just thinking about the next day that we have to be. My stepfather's a Leo. And he has a lot of, he's one of the other only people I've met so far whose charts has as much Leo as I do. And he has them even a little more personal placements than I do, being a Leo Sun, rising, Mercury, Uranus, and Pluto. And just even thinking about that Pluto in Leo generation, my but he did the whole business thing. He worked in, did his 9 or 7 to 3 or whatever his time was, and now he's enjoying himself. But he has such creativity, it doesn't even make sense. I mean, I'm glad that he's able to enjoy himself now. But it's like, what would life have looked like had he been enjoying himself earlier. You know what I mean? And that's where it's but it's just like to just see that this creativity is just now having the space to be fostered there, Leo. We can change that up a little bit. We can bring these joy and blessings and things like that. You know, because the world is changing there, Leo. We're closing out a chapter, and it's time to do things differently. Time to be innovative and time to be brave. And this is a little, again, can be bring this scary energy here with the Nine of Swords, but you know, we can use that. I feel take that imagination that you're manifesting about what could go wrong and manifest. Also, it's like, okay, you've considered all of these options. Now, what ways can things go right? And let's feed some of that energy into that and watch how that clarity with these butterflies change things. Because even when you last little thing with this, Leo, when you think about with butterflies, a caterpillar completely dissolves itself, and that's terrifying. You know, just even thinking about that, they're completely, and they may, you know, they're doing this thing. They're in this completely vulnerable state because there's nothing they can do while they're in that. Any bird, owl, creature can come up, knock this cocoon down, whatever. But when they get out and they're that butterfly, I actually just saw a butterfly flying around me today. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it. And I'm going to take that as a sign, Leo. Joy, blessings, trust your intuition. And it can be hard to get into, to trust that inner guidance. It's like a muscle, though. The more you get into it, the stronger you get. So, I'm with it. Ooh, hold on, just tapping the mic there, Leo. I love this for you, Leo. I feel like this can be a very, very wonderful, wonderful month for you here. And really getting some just some creativity. I'm excited to see what you're cooking up. Let's talk about Aquarius. Because you have the tower here. Mars is going to be he'll be in Aquarius for a little while longer. He'll be in there until the little after Aries season, the 22nd of March of 2024. And with Mars transiting in Aquarius, this encourages a more assertive approach to innovative ideas and unconventional methods. So this is really a great energy for you to flex that creative muscle there, Leo, because you and Aquarius are very interesting how you two express where, you know, it's like innovation is just another form of creativity. But I feel like it's Aquarius putting it in that more kind of logical box, considering that they're more so of the mind. But there may feel here, Leo, that there may be a tendency to rebel against traditional ways of doing things and really kind of challenging the status quo. We're talking about that world energy. World's changing. And this is a period of time you might see more aggressive approach to kind of intellectual debates and expressing ideas, really kind of challenging these old foundations there. And listen, just thinking with the tower, even though the tower can be this sort of like this destructive type of energy, I like to talk about the relationship between the Tower and the Empress. Those for me are the real kind of... I know the Emperor and the Empress are divine counterparts, but I feel like this is where the relationship's at. This is where the magic happens with the Tower and the Empress, because Mars comes through and clears the space for the Empress to bring in more abundance. You know, to bring in more things to like, no, that's not going to work. And then she's like, okay, let's construct this. Let's construct that. Thank you, Mars. And but also too, people are more likely to take action to make a difference in their communities or the world. So this could be even, because even the Ten of Cups can be this energy of like family, community here, Leo. Maybe you can all band together. Maybe you talk with your neighbors. Maybe you can start up your own type of artistic group if you don't want to maybe pay for something. You can be these leaders for this different type of... We're just spitballing here, Leo. You know, you could be where maybe we're doing like, maybe beautify the neighborhood. Even, you know, like let's all, I don't know, well, and I know there's these rules and regular, but see, but maybe we can do like maybe chalk arts, you know, tap into that inner child energy that Leo has, you know, maybe doing creative stuff on the streets there, or maybe hosting like a paint night at someone's house, or like a crafts night. We can all kind of pool resources to make this happen, because Aquarius is about the collective as well. Look at this. Look at what we're building here, Leo. King of Pentacles. You know, and I know it sounds like I may be coming at you a little bit, but I'm just excited for you, Leo. You get me fired up. And then we have Pluto that's in Aquarius. Now, Pluto is going to be, like I said, in Aquarius until until about March 8th, 2043. So we have a long time that we're going to be in this energy here. And this transit is going to be something else, because the last time that Pluto was in Aquarius, there was a lot of revolutionary energy going on there. But this transit is likely to bring about significant societal and political reforms. It may mark a period of revolutions, whatever that's looking like, where structures that are no longer serving us, bringing in that tower energy, or that no longer serve the collective good, are dismantled to make way for new ways of living and governing. Empress. And this could herald profound changes in how we interact with technology. I've been even messing around with technology a lot more there, Leo, and it's been fantastic. I mean, you saw the JPEG for your picture there. It's technology's doing some wonderful things, and this could potentially bring groundbreaking technological advancements and a deeper understanding of its impact on society, how we're working with the stuff, being more mindful with social media and all of these things there, Leo. It's going to be a very, very interesting time. I feel that over these next couple of decades, we may see things that we've never seen before. Like, it's because I'm gonna get a little broad here, Leo, but Aquarius is kind of associated with like astrology, kind of the space cosmos. I'll let you take that as it resonates, and yeah, it's exciting. And depending on where your placements are at, this is forming in opposition with your sign. In oppositions, it's they're kind of this tug of war type of energy there, because sometimes I feel Leo is more so kind of focused on self, and that's that expression, your creativity. And Aquarius is about that uniqueness, but bringing it to the betterment of the collective. So I feel like it's like where the tug may be, it's just like, how can you bring those creative energies into society? And how can you use your gifts to inspire others, to bring the sun, Leo, liven up people's worlds and also liven up your worlds as well, doing things that are more fulfilling for you. Getting into this place where, let's put your ruler up top here, but doing things that are more fulfilling for you, doing things that just raise the vibration through the roof, that help people find more balances. I mean, look at you perched on the world here, Leo. That's you changing stuff there. I'm with it. Let's get some, get creative there, Leo. Just like I'm saying, again, we were spitballing there, but there were some solid ideas in that. I'm with it. Thank you, guys. Let's see what's happening. Ha! Ha! Tower energy. More here. Because you got the 16th card, which is a card of achievement there, Leo. And it's a card of completion and reward. And it's just like, imagine. Let's get into that imaginative energy here. I know we're still a little early in there, but we can start brainstorming now. Imagine you starting up this creative endeavor, doing things for you, and then thinking about, it's like, and really kind of following through with whatever that's looking like. And again, this doesn't mean you don't have to start up your own business, but I do feel like it is starting up something. Pursuing more of your hobbies, making more time for this thing, and then just paying attention to the rewards that you get and how abundant that you start feeling, so that you keep doing it again and again and again, and just see how that changes there, Leo. See where that takes you, because I feel that, double tower energy here. I like that. And again, you got manifestation. You got some work here. We're working against that sort of like that. And I don't want to demonize Capricorn. It's like, but it's that lower expression of Capricorn, that because Capricorn is considered the father. Where Capricorn is the father, Cancer is the mother. But it is kind of talking about that sort of like how we're dismantling sort of that patriarchal type of things that have been, people have told us how to live one sort of way, but but we deny our creative expression. We've come to become so separated from that inner child that we've forgotten how it is to be, that creative energy. I was just actually talking with someone, and I felt so passionately about it because this person has so many things of Pisces, and I was saying that, you know, I don't care what you tell me, this person is creative, and they were like, no, no, they're not. And I'm just like, and that really kind of bugged me a little bit. It could, because it's just like, it's not that they're, I feel like it's they're not, it's just because they, I feel like it's again that conditioning that's been happening. It wasn't something that was fostered. All that earth energy, and granted she wasn't born during, you know, if she was born, I want to say when Pluto was in Libra, but it's a little deeper rooted than that there, Leo. But I do feel this is a time, I mean, whatever it is that you want to start off here, King of Pentacles, you can achieve it, but I feel like it is going to be this focus, and there are going to be some things that are going to need to change there, Leo. But let's get some tarot on this, get some details with this. Oh, and Leo, oh, thank you guys. You're syncing up with the energies, because there's that magician we've been talking about. Manifestation. All right. So you have quite a bit of swords. Yeah, absolutely. A lot to think about. Because you have the Four of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Two of Swords, the Ace of Cups, and then the Magician here, Leo. And let's talk about this Magician. Because I feel, again, this is a time of, you're in a state of really heightened creativity there, Leo. State of heightened manifestation. This is, I feel like for some, it's like with this Two of Swords, maybe we've been kind of teetering on this fence here for a while here. Because this is the moon in Libra. And maybe we've been feeling one thing, but it's just like we keep going back and forth with something. It's like we know what would fill up all of our cups there. You know, what would bring us this joy, this happiness, you know, bringing more love and things into our world. But again, there's just like this nervousness I feel with this Two of Swords here. But I feel like that there's a need to really kind of meditate, I feel like, on these fears. I feel like with this Four of Swords here, whatever these anxieties are, and it's just like, how real are they? You know, so it's like, because I'm getting even kind of like moon card energy, which is Pisces energy, where it's like we're maybe operating again from this place of fear, and that's what's keeping us, and we need to be more, again, that head and heart need, I feel like, are wanting to be in alignment there. And I feel the Knight of Swords here is that focus on this future, you know, going with that thing and going with certainty that this joy, this happiness, this achievement thing, this is mine. This Ten of Cups, this is my dream, and I'm going to pursue it, and whatever it looks like. And that's no. Oh, why are you giving me a? You stop that. See, the little things may try to keep you down. They may try to give you a thumbs down, Leo. But you tell not tell the universe, but you tell those doubts and things, no. I'm gonna keep pursuing this stuff. I'm not sure if you saw that, but there was this thumbs down that just came through there. That was interesting, but I do feel like that. We can work with that, because that may be the doubt there, Leo. You know, when things get tough, sometimes we tend to pull back. You know, we've gotten so used to, again, like almost like that instant gratification, those dopamine hits. And when we don't get that instant gratification, then we just give up halfway through, or not even halfway, a fourth of the way through. And I feel like it is being practical with this energy here, that this stuff that you're working on is not going to happen overnight. We're going to have to build on this stuff. It's like I was saying, that even trusting in your intuition, it's a muscle. It's going to take, you just don't go to the gym and start maxing out like 100 pounds. You got to build up to that. There is this discipline that is coming through here. I feel like with Saturn being here, Knight of Swords, I love that. That for me, that's Aquarius energy. But the Ace of Cups, I feel like this is that dream that's being produced. So the aces are my seed cards, and this is that dream that you've been maybe pushing off for a long time, that's always just been in your head, that's just been just kind of floating around there, that is like, oh, I wish I could do this, but, and then no, it's like, I wish I could do this, so let's do it. Changing the narrative. I feel like it's shifting this focus there. Because with the Ace of Cups, usually there's these 5 streams that are flowing out of this cup, and then there's a 6th one that's kind of coming down, or like this dove that's coming down, that's your 6th sense. And I feel when we were talking about the Empress, those getting in those more kind of, I feel like sensorial is a word. I'm going to roll with that. Look that up, Leo. I'm going to look that up too. But doing those things that feel more in alignment with us there, Leo, I feel then we start achieving a lot more. And there's going to be times when this journey tests you. That's just part of this journey, but that those tests, those challenges are the catalyst to keep pursuing there. How do we, again, we can't control the external things, but we can't control when technology tries to throw thumbs down on us, but how do we react to it? We could let that either defeat us, or we're just like, no, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. Oh, now you don't want to work. But that's fine. I'm not going to feel any way about it. That's not going to stop my achievement. It may just not be the time right now. Like I was saying, instant gratification. We want that sometimes, but sometimes the universe is just like, nope, we got to work a little bit harder. But are you enjoying yourself there, Leo? So, you know what? That kind of worked out there. I'll take it. All right, Leo. I love this energy that you're bringing, Leo. I feel this is going to be a very exciting start to the month going forward for you there. Now let's get into this last energy here, which is Taurus. Because you have Jupiter that's in Taurus, and then you have Uranus that's in Taurus. And Jupiter will be in Taurus until the 25th of May. And with this energy, investments and savings could see more favorable expansion. And I feel like this is not just about money. Investing in your those things that bring you joy there, Leo. And Taurus energy really kind of imbues Jupiter's expansive nature with this patience, knowing that sometimes all the abundance doesn't just come at you at once, because then what are you going to do with all that? Then it's just like you again, we've almost gotten to that energy of extremes again. This tells us to show down that it encourages kind of like long-term investments and efforts, and success comes from persistence and a steady approach. And I feel too, and this is a nice little thing I feel like about Jupiter and Taurus, is that there's a return to simplicity and really finding the joy in the pleasures of life. And I feel like that is more emphasized. Like how we were talking about earlier, what can we do? What ways can we show up each day and bring a little bit of joy in your world there, Leo? Maybe we start off during the day, maybe writing a little line of poetry, or maybe we're just taking some time throughout your day. Maybe you happen to be at your job and take a minute and maybe do some doodling, or maybe you'd like to do graphic designs, maybe something along those lines there, Leo. But finding more moments of joy in your world there. And also, this kind of brings about an appreciation for what is already possessed, rather than that constant striving for more. Because I feel like that's something too we've been geared. It's just like we want more and more and more and more and more, but it's just like, but you look at what you have though, because then I feel like when we're in that state of more, then it's just like, again, it takes away from what we've accomplished so far, and then it gets to this kind of this greedy type of energy there. And so just something I feel like to think about with that energy there, Leo. And then also, you have Uranus that's going to be in Taurus until July 7th, 2025. And I want to say he retrogrades back into Gemini a little bit later that, or excuse me, into Taurus again later that year. But with this energy, this can, this really challenges societal values, particularly those relating to materialisms, consumption, and what is considered valuable. This has been challenging people to find stability, inflexibility, and embrace the new definitions of what it means to feel secure and comfortable. And because I was just actually talking with someone about this, they're running their own business and they're just like, you know what, I kind of want to get a job. I'm like feeling a little anxious, feeling a little nervous, but I'm like, jobs aren't secure. You could get laid off tomorrow. They don't have to tell you anything. They don't have to put in a 2 week notice that you're going to be laid off or that you're going to be fired. They'll just drop you on the spot. There's no security anywhere. You have to create your own security, and this has been a very weird, strange place for Uranus to be. Because Taurus does like stability, does like security, but Uranus is just like, but where Uranus does want you to have a foundation, but what is that foundation built on? We've become to this place where it's like we've restricted your stuff. Like it's like Uranus is about freedom, about rebellion. My Uranus is transiting through my 10th house right now. I've probably, which is house of careers and how people see me. I've changed careers probably and jobs and things about 8 times since Uranus has been in Taurus in 2018, and that's a lot. But now, really kind of, because Uranus wants you to live your authentic self. Uranus doesn't want you to conform to the norm. Uranus wants you really to find joy and find innovation. He's not just change for change's sake. There is a purpose behind him. And also, too, this can coincide with sudden environmental changes, natural disasters, or groundbreaking discoveries related to the planet. So I feel like this, too, because Taurus does deal with the environment and nature. And this, I feel like it's, too, really kind of seeing how we've been in this sort of just consumption type of energy, just been taking and taking and taking. It's like, what are we giving back for our world? This world provides us such beauty. It's our home, and it's just like, when we look at how we've been treating the world, is that how you would treat your space where you're at right now? And to get you thinking about these sort of bigger kind of questions there in life there, Leo. And depending on where your Leo placements are at, this is forming a square with your sign, which brings about tension, which can bring about external challenges or internal challenges there. And I feel like it's challenging this energy because it's like, okay, you're seeing this external stuff happening, these tower moments happening, or you're feeling this tower stuff happen. What can you create, Leo energy, in order to build? I love this combination of Leo and Taurus, because through these pressures, this tower moment, like I was talking about that relationship with the tower and the Empress, these challenges here are pushing you to create and build something new from this adversity. This gives you a chance to really kind of, really tune in, like with the senses of Taurus. This doesn't feel good. Tune into your energy. This doesn't make me happy. So let's fix that. And what steps can we do to do that? Really kind of breaking this stuff down and being more mindful, being more present with what's going on in your world there, Leo, and how have things gotten to this place? And again, what can we do to change that? And I know I'm coming at you a little bit, but this is just all this. I'm excited for where things are going there, Leo. I've been on a roll today, but Oh, I'm with it, Leo. Hold on. Thank you, spirits. Because and I like this too. You got this Cancer Chariot energy, which is the 7th card here, which is the past life guides. And this is a card of karmic lessons and present assistance. Because we got to take a long look at the karmic stuff that we've built up over the years here, Leo. Not just what you've been doing, but we as a society. We've built up so much stuff that we need to start healing from, start growing from. And because I feel like because sometimes I feel like when I've been thinking about this, when we think about healing, that sometimes I feel like that can keep us in a place of stagnancy, because then we can get this place, oh, where I'm healed, and then that impedes the growth. We're looking at what has happened up until now, like how we were talking about the world, how we've been treating this world up until now, and what can we do to change stuff there, and being more mindful of how we show up to this world there, Leo, and bringing more beauty. Not tearing down things that are no longer working so that the sun can shine brighter again. We do have, speaking of, talking about Uranus, where I'm staying right now. I mean, I'm in Florida, and I mean, there are hurricanes all the time. People have gotten to this point where they have hurricane parties. It's just like, what? And it's just like, but I feel like this doesn't need to be this, like, where we're weighed down on this 10 of Wands. You don't have to feel overburdened, because this is not just your job. This is a collective job here. In Pisces is about the collective, is about, about the soul tribe, just with along with Aquarius as well. What can we do to grow from everything that is happening? Because we can learn from the mistakes of our past life guides, of our ancestors, and be different. We don't have to be in this place where we, like I was talking, like with my stepfather, where it's like we have to work until we're in our retire in our late 60s, and then enjoy the remainder of his journey. No, we can start enjoying this now. It's our right to enjoy this now here, Leo. I'm with it. Let's get some tarot on this so I can get you out of here, Leo. I didn't expect this to be so you get so fired up with this, Leo, but I feel you're setting the tone strong there, Leo. I am with it. And I really feel like, Leo, if you feel compelled to do this, share this. Because I do feel that this is something that we all need to get on board here. We all have a part to play in this healing here. Because it's more. Alright, Leo. Thank you, guys. Because you have the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, the Hanged Man, and the Eight of Wands here, Leo. And let's switch back over. Because Hanged Man. Oh. We've been stuck for a while. And now it's time to, now that we're in this present moment, what can we do? This is the epiphany that's coming through there. How much are we willing to sacrifice to support someone else's dream as opposed to supporting our own dream there, Leo? We've been living for something else, and now this is a time to start up something new there, Leo, to leave behind this, where we may have had these sort of like attachments to these things here. Saturn and Pisces, the Eight of Cups here. And I do feel like, listen, with the Knight of Pentacles, that's Taurus energy for me. This is a energy where change is not going to happen overnight, but that doesn't mean that we can't start putting the energies for now, because I do feel that things will happen a lot faster than you do think. It may not be as fast as you wanted, but it will be something. We're moving the dial, and if we all put in that energy together, who knows how this could really be accelerated there, Leo. So yeah, I really feel with this Hanged Man, it's just like, how much more do we want to how much joy do we want to keep sacrificing? How much more do we want to be under this stress, until we have this, because I feel like there's been this, especially with the readings last week, a lot of Page of Swords was going around. I feel like there's this energy of people are thinking differently now. There's been this thought that's like, oh, maybe I don't have to do this. Maybe things don't have to just be this way just because someone else said so. So, all right, I'm gonna leave that there, Leo. A little something to think about, but if you like that, Leo, if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. There it is. See? Didn't come quite when I wanted it to, but it did show up. That's how we work with the energies, Leo. And really, Leo, if you feel compelled, share this, because I feel like this is something where Leo's, man, all of us would benefit this, sure, but if we just started with Leo, because we could use more joy. We could use more creativity. We could use more love. Then subscribe there, you tower. Bringing this change, changing the world. Hit that bell button. You notified all these videos each week. And then, yeah, Leo, just a reminder, you know, I am open for personal readings. All that stuff's down in the description box. I'm also on Instagram. It's all those links that are in my bio. So check this out. Reach out to me. Let me know how you're changing the world. I would love to see. Send pictures of how you're changing the world. I would love to see that. You being in your creative space. What does creativity look like for you, Leo? I would love to see that. And then last little bit. If you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, come on over to the Chariot and Friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans. I do tarot card spreads based on what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and it's a great old time there, Leo. And all that housekeeping is down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here so I can get you out of here, Leo. Got the Queen of Swords. I'm with it. Queen of Swords, she pursues her passion with gusto. She's the type that she follows the sun. She's surrounded by sunflowers, and sunflowers are looking towards that sun, and she saw that the sun came out there in surprise. She's like, bet. Oh, there you are, bae. You know, and that's what I feel like is happening right now. This is a time where, and like I was saying with that Aries energy, you know, and I feel like I like that this is happening in Aries, that Mercury's going retrograde there. Right, I'm happy for Mercury retrograde, because I feel like this Aries energy will spark up your mind, get you entertaining. This Pisces energy could even do that for you, Leo. But I feel like especially this Aries energy, when you get into that, this can be a time to really start thinking about this stuff. How do we get to this? You know, like, how do we get this thing going? And then start getting those ideas going, and then when we're retrograde, we're reflecting like, okay, this is working, this is not working, let's adjust. Saturn and Pisces, let's get this structure, let's be a little more disciplined. That was exciting, Queen of Wands, but we can't just be reckless with it. We do need to be mindful of how we're going about this stuff. Set goals that are achievable. You know, like really be in bed, and you know, and I feel like this is not limiting your dreams. It's just like so that we ground them in reality, so that we can keep succeeding. You know what I mean? And then when Mercury goes back direct, now then it's full force there, Leo. That's how we work with the energies. I'm pumped for you, Leo. This is gonna be an exciting month for you. Let's get the other oracle card here, so I can get you out of here, Leo. Guides. So you got the upward path there, Leo. And look at that. It's all uphill from here. I'm with that. Follow your joy, Leo. Follow your inner calling. Follow the sun. Go for that upward path. You know, you made things that may have been feeling kind of down there. Again, you may have been, I almost forgot about this card. You know, you might have been feeling a little nervous, a little scared, and that's valid. That's fine. That's not to dismiss that. Your feelings are valid. But it's just like, what do we do with that energy? You know, not letting our thoughts rule us, but really kind of pondering this, being inquisitive, like, why am I afraid of this? You know, like, and what can I do to assuage this? Probably we're afraid because, you know, like, maybe for some, it's like, what if I fail? You learn from your mistakes. But maybe even for some, it's like, what if I do succeed? Then maybe I have more responsibilities to take on. And absolutely there, Leo, we all have responsibilities to do. But that's just because, you know, it's part of the growing process. And it'll get easier and easier and easier as you go about it, Leo. So this is strong. You came in, you showed up and showed out. So let's go ahead and make that manifest there, Magician. You stay safe out there, Leo. Have fun. Be present. Appreciate the little wins because they lead to that big win. And don't take the weight of the world on your shoulders. We're in this as a team. We're in this as a soul tribe there, Leo. Let's raise that vibration through the roof. Let's raise the world's vibration there, Leo. Let's get things back in balance. Temperance. Shine your brightest. And I will catch you on the next one. Later.